Skippyjon Jones, Snow White by Julie Shackner. Skippyjon Jones loved to play in the snow with his sisters, Jezebel, Jujubee, and Jillyboom. And this melted his mama's heart faster than a bowl full of butter on a hot beach. "Come on in, min kittens," called out Mama Junebug Jones. "Time for some hot catnip cocoa." "With marshmallows?" begged the girls. "And ice cubes?" said Skippy. "Don't eat ice cubes, Mr. Pillows," said Mama. "But we need to pick out a book." "Snow White," gushed the girls. "It's our favorite fuzzy tale." "Fuzzy tail, schmuzzy tail," declared the Key Boy. "I don't like that story," he said, making a disagreeable face. Then he stomped off to his room, carrying a tray of ice cubes. Listen here, Grumpy Gums," said Mama, following close behind. "Your sisters has listened to one of your books without even once giving me one of those looks. So come have your cocoa and do what is right. And who knows, Snugglebug, you might love the tale of Snow White." "Nuh-uh," said Skippy. "I don't think so." "Suit yourself, dear Tot," said Mama Junebug. "You'll know what you're missing." Oh, Skippy knew what he was missing, all right. And that was bouncing on his big boy bed. "I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I know what I'm missing. A fuzzy white cat, a prince, and some kissing." "Yuck!" said Skippy, wiping his mouth with the back of his paw. Then he popped over to his mirror and said, using his very best accent, he said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the handsomest chihuahua of all?" "Why, it is you, Senor Skip," replied the chihuahua in a espejo. "And the bravest," declared the Key Boy, as he prepared for a long journey into his closet. Then, as always, he began to sing in a muy, muy soft voice. "Oh, my name's Skippyjon Mosquito, and I know an old fuzzy tailito with a plenty of fights, but no one wears tights, and that's the best part, mis amigos." Back on the couch, Junebug had begun reading to the girls. Once upon a pillow sat a beautiful cat princess. Her fur is as white as snow, her eyes were as black as coal, and her whiskers were as full as my tummy, added Jujubee, burping. Wait a second. "My tummy," added Jujubee, burping. That was a good story, said the sisters, running off to play. But this wasn't the end of the story for Skippyjon Jones. It was just the beginning, as he stepped into his closet, into a deep, dark forest. "Snow White is so stupid." He hadn't gone 4 paws before his tail puffed out. "Don't be such a scaredy cat," chided the fox behind a tree. "I'm not a scaredy cat," hissed the gatito. "I'm Skippito Frisquito, the great sword fighter." "Of course you are," snickered the fox. "And I'm a chihuahua." Skippito gave him a look that would freeze a fuego. Then he took off toward the light in the distance. Over the river and through the woods, 7 small amigos opened the door to their cozy little cottage and sniffed. "Something's not right, dudes," said the first. "Some dog has been chewing my zapatos," said the second. "And licking my leche," said the third. "And sitting in my sisha," said the fourth. "And tossing my pelotas," said the fifth. "And gnawing on my huesos," said the sixth. "And sleeping in my cama," declared the seventh. "Not in your bed," exclaimed all the doggies. "That stinks, dude." Stinky or not, there was indeed someone sleeping in the bed. But it wasn't a dog. It was Skippito Frisquito, howled the Puchitos, piling on top of their amigo. "Los chimichangos!" exclaimed the gatito. "What are you doing here?" "We've come to free Navy Cake," explained Poquito Tito. "Oh, the smallest of the small ones." "Snow who?" asked the gatito. "Not Snow who, dude," replied Tomatito. "Snow what?" Talk of Navy whipped the puppies into a frenzy of wrath, chanting, "Oh, Snow what? Snow White Snowito." has been cursed by wicked Wichito. She sleeps in a cube, so she's kissed by a dude. So pug her up, pooch and smoochito. I'm not kissing nobody, declared Skippyjon. Not tonight, said all the puppies. But mañana, muchacho. After tail wagging and whisker washing, every pup fell fast asleep, dreaming of Snow White. Every pup except Skippyjon. Her fur is as white as snow. Eyes are black as a coal. Her nose is as big as Bione. She's such a beautiful lady. At the first bark of dawn, the Ocho Puchos were up and out in search of the frozen princessa. But why is she frozen? Asked Skippyjon. Because, whooped Don Diego, she's hot. See, said Poquito Tito, and a wicked bruja is not. Hot or not, the tiny troop would trudge through thick and thorn for near the cave, and nothing was going to stop them, not even the sleeping dragon. But it stopped Skippyjon. He fainted. He's out cold, dudes, whispered Tio Leo. Bueno, barked Bertito. Then all the puppies prepared their amigo for the grande rescue. First they dressed him, then they blessed him. Salsichas, salsichas, sausages and peaches. Rumble tummy in a dragon's den. One little dog with the strength of 10. Salsichas, salsichas, sausages and peaches. One more time. Salsichas, salsichas, sausages and peaches. Rumble tummy in a dragon's den. One little dog with the strength of 10. Salsichas, salsichas, sausages and peaches. As Skippyjon woke up, he not only smelled a sausage, he looked like one too. That's right, they're tight, scolded Poquito Tito, and any prince who was ever rescued a princess has had to wear them. But who's doing that? Asked Skippyjon, scratching his head. Dude, howled the doggies in disbelief. You are. Suddenly, a pull and puff of panic poofed out from Skippyjon's tail and popped his pantalones. Stand back, warned Bertito. Then, quicker than you could say, snails, scales, and humpback whales, Skippyjon rocketed up over the waking dragon. Roared the dragon with a shot of flame. The Puchitos lowered their slingshots with salsichas and aimed straight for the dragon's fiery boca. While we distract, it's time to act, shouted his amigos from below. Do your part and melt your heart, barked Tomatillo, covering his corazon with his paws. When put to the test, your besos are best, wolfed Don Diego as he took aim. And quicker than you can say a beso con queso, Skippyjon landed right next to Cubito Dielo, the frozen princessa. She was a beauty, all right, but the Puchito was in no mood for Smoochito, so at the top of his itty-bitty lungs he shouted, Snow White, wake up! Yevike heard nada, nothing, but scared the living fire right out of El Dragon, and away he flew. Now nada stood in the way of saving the princessa, except ice and a pair of fuzzy lips. Dude, just kiss the cube, begged Poquito Tito again, and so he did. Back in the room, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jillyboo were busy playing their own version of Snow White when they saw their brother walk by, with an ice cube stuck to his nose. He's been licking ice cubes again, said Jujubee, shaking her head. Yup, said Jillyboo, he likes ice. Uh-huh, added Jezebel. Ice is nice. Mama Junebug Jones was doing a crossword puzzle at the table when her key boy crawled onto her lap and buried his face in her soft, warm neck. Whoa, said Mama. Some little squeegee has a cold, wet nose. Snow what? Asked Skippy. What? Said Mama. I love you. Snow White Thumbkin, said Mama. What? Said Skippy. You just melted your mama's heart. At bedtime, the Jones girls overheard their brother bouncing on his big boy bed, saying, Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, the bravest of knights, but when I save a princess, I will not wear tights. What princess? Asked Jujubee, running to his room. Snow White, replied the cave boy, bouncing higher. Snow who? Inquired Jillyboo. He meant Snow White, reasoned Jezebel. No, Snow I didn't, declared Skippy. I said, Good night, called Mama from down the hall. Skippy said good night. The end.